Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for Symphogear Season 5, Episode 9. So, last time we had a big ol' fight against the entity, the baby thing that has an umbilical cord, that has divine power, and as we, broke through the middle of it, unfortunately we had Miku, disintegrate from where she stood and popped up in there and had her own little, transformation and everything, and it announced that Shemha has been revived. So, some of the beats they were given could be interpreted as Miku could be gone forever. I don't know if we can save her from this. Now, anime has trained me to be she'll be fine. There's been several other times that they left us at the end of an episode with us thinking, or, with Miku in danger, and she's been fine. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I guess we'll find out. I think it'll be very impactful if they do kill her. Not that I want her to die or anything, but yeah. And we also had confirmation that it wasn't just Elf9 using Carol's power. It was Carol actually being still in there. It's a personality that seems to be manufactured by Elf9. I don't know exactly what it was. I don't know if she explained it, but I talked in the discussion of the last episode. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it either sounded like she found pieces of Carol's memories and stitched them together to make a personality, or the other option I thought of was she took her own memories of Carol. Imagine if I recreated my mom or something based off the memories I have of her, not out of anything of hers, right? So, it's interesting. I don't know which one it was, but either way, it was pretty crazy to see her again, but still pretty cool at the same time. And I like the conversations that they had together and everything as well. So, yeah. All we gotta do is start this episode and see what happens. I'm not scared. You're scared. Alright, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Duh. Starting off with this. Did we ever know her? That'd be her last name, I assume? Kohinatu, I think is what she said. I'm sure we've heard it. I'm sure we have, sorry. What most likely happened... I'll talk about doing the opening. This seems like death. Having her, narrate it and everything. Damn. Alright. What I was gonna say is, I bet there's been a ton of times that they've referred to Miku by her last name, and I just was like, oh, they're talking about Miku, and never bothered to learn the last name. I do that a lot in shows, because there's a lot of names I have to remember, and if the name isn't super easy to remember, both first and last name, I'll usually just try to remember one, just... kind of like how I never knew Genjiro's last name was Kazanari, even though they had said it, over the course of multiple seasons. Alright. Let's go. Oh no, little Hebe. Oh, never mind. God damn it, sorry. She was so, like, the way she was leaning over, I thought her little head was gonna pop up and it was gonna be, like, child Hibiki with her family. And we're gonna see, like, young Miku or something. Never mind. I got excited about nothing. Uh-oh. Wait. Damn, so we just left that moment? That's all you can really do is listen. Yeah, so did she go from here to, okay, I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, shit. She's, like, completely out of her gear. Clearly, she's not Miku. Oh. Wait, so is she against the moon, too? Oh, no. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Can they see that in her eyes, or did they just think she's... Oh, shadow stitching, yeah. She wasn't firing wildly. Damn it. So this is why they're all... Damn. Oh, they saw the eyes, huh? Oh, wait, no! Elf9 experienced the eyes briefly, right? But it didn't work? No, it did work. That's how... Okay, never mind. Sorry. I was thinking that's when Carol came out, is when the eyes started, but no. Okay. I was getting events in the timeline mixed up. But yeah, she was like... That shit worked on Elf9 for a little bit, so that's why she was probably thinking about it. You're being manipulated, girl. What an asshole. Just you watch, you old fuck. I bet songs will save the world. From whatever you're bringing into it that's gonna fuck it up. Goddamn. Well, shit. Oh, shit. Wow, it's just her? Hmm. Yeah, I'll go, but I ain't killing her. Is basically what she's saying. No. Oh. Wait, why do you have that reaction when she said that? Is it because, like... Nah, I don't know. Uh-oh. Jesus. Oh, that's why... That's why she's on probation, is because she used the amalgam? Man. Hmm. Well, he's just lying in wait. Ugh. Oh shit. They're fighting. I wish we could have seen it. It was probably so fast we only saw that. Anyway, even if we would have seen it. Yep. Jeez. They've gotten really close over the seasons, so this fight is really tense. That was cool. Oh, we need to invoke the name of Kanade. Yeah, spin to win on your ass. That's a chaotic spin to win. That's a... Jesus. Hmm. Oh shit. Oh! Is she free? Or is it only temporarily free? Well, oh, yes. I'm glad she broke free, but I want. Let's go, baby. Oh my god, look at our boy! Fuck your sword. Went for like the 3-inch punch. I guess that was much more than. Oh no! Fuck! No, Gendro! Oh my god! Jesus! Just pulled a Rock Lee on his ass. Yeah, at the last second, he went to do the same thing that the grandfather did, or his father. Like, he went to go do that, but then he changed to a fist. He backed out of the killing blow at the last second. Gendro's too good of a boy. I would... If he wasn't so superhuman, I would assume that he was dead after that, because no one should be able to survive it, but... Gendro's a different breed. Uh-oh. Well... Holy shit! Are they just dead? Oh, well, yeah, they're just done. Well, I shouldn't say that. At the very least, I think Vanessa could survive what we just saw, right? She could have been cut in half, and since she's... Oh my god, the imagery. I don't give a shit about your blood, asshole. Oh my god! You are a crazy old fuck. Who? Oh no! Fuck, dude! God, I remember I hated this guy at first. But then we found out he really cared. No. God damn, man. Freaking Tsubasa's facial animations this episode have been devastating. Even so. Alright. Fine. She didn't have the strength to stand before, but now she has the strength to fight. Have we got a Tsubasa transformation this season? I think we have. Pretty cool, though. Let's go. Jeez, he's just... How do these normal humans get so strong? She just pulled blades out of her shoulders? Or was that her legs? Oh my god! Ugh! What is going on with his arm? He's casting a spell! What? Come on, Tsubasa, prove this old fuck wrong. I want Genjiro to get up. Damn, I thought someone was gonna jump in front of it. Oh no! The amalgam? Yeah, approved. Okay. So she... I was gonna say she might use it anyway, but... Alright. What does her amalgam look like? We haven't seen it. What the hell is this? It's like a skin you can get for your weapon in like a MMORPG or something. Get fucked. Tsubasa's face. What? Damn. He didn't do it. He didn't do it to save his father's life. He did it to save Tsubasa's soul. Is this Shamha awakening? I mean, I guess Shamha we already know awakened, but... No. Sometimes people just need someone to talk to. Oh, look at the Hibiki. It's how you view life. Oh, really? They're trying to get all philosophical here. Mr. Possibly Famous. What does that mean? Alright. Damn. That was a good episode, guys. Holy shit. I wish we got to see more of the Genjiro fight. But I mean, it's very much in Genjiro's good-hearted nature not to, you know, to stop at the last second before going for a fatal blow, which caused him to lose the fight, right? So I get it. But... So, in the discussion of last episode, I had a conversation about... Or I should say a rant. About if Shamha is the god that had anything to do with like putting the curse of Balal on the moon or whatever. Like the whole moon thing that's been a topic of the whole show. And I was like, well, is that god, or is it a different god? Is Shemha really a god, or is it like a human with immense power that ended up like rising to like the claim of godhood, but not an actual god? I'm starting to lean more towards the latter because of the way it said, like, looked up at the moon and said that vexing moon. Like, if Shemha was the god that put, like, did what it did to the... Oh, wait, what? Oh, well, that's not good. But, okay, well, that doesn't seem good. Just a little teaser at the end there. Alright, that is it, guys, for episode 9. But, yeah, so... If Shemha was the one that did what it did to the moon, you know, and did the whole Curse of Balal thing, I don't know, I don't think they'd be looking up at the moon and saying, that vexing moon. You know, they'd be like, oh, my prized creation is still there, you know? It would say something like that, I would imagine. So, I thought that was interesting and very... It's like, I feel like that line told us a lot without telling us a lot, right? Like, we can exposit a lot more things from that now that we heard that, which means there could be something even bigger out there, right? But I still like am interested to learn, like, regardless of whether it's the god that has been mentioned since the start of the show or not, which, like I said, I'm leaning towards it not being. I definitely think that it's cool to have another entity. Like, that's what I liked about Fine, is, like, she was around back then. It's like we could learn so much from her if we had, like, the time to stop and talk to her, right? And I feel the same way about Shemha. Now, will we have the time? I don't know, probably not, but I would like to learn something about that old civilization with all that information that's been lost and everything. But yeah. I thought that was interesting. I'm glad I, like, managed to pick up on it, I guess, because sometimes I do miss or forget things. And Elf9 saying, like, maybe it had something to do with those eyes. Now, I don't think that's because Elf9 saw the eyes, because no one else talked about them, right? But I think it's because Elf9 experienced them herself is why. Like, so I don't think when he activated that seal, I don't think that, like, imagery in her eyes was something that actually happened. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that was something to, like, kind of remind the audience and be like, hey, you know, this is what's controlling her, in case you're confused. But yeah, that stained glass look in her eyes, like I said, I don't think it was something visual. I think Elf9 just recognized the effects of it because she did the same thing to her and controlled her to walk over to that machine and activate it and all that. So, I thought that was, like, a nice little detail where they didn't elaborate on it. It was one of those things where it's just like, hey, if you remember, you'll understand it, you know? And I mean, like, if you remember, it was just a couple episodes ago that it happened to her, so it's not that far-fetched to remember it, but when I'm watching once a week, sometimes even, like, 4 episodes is, like, a month ago, and it's like, you know, sometimes, yeah. Anyway. But I like that Hibiki, like, I mean, she got put on probation, which is kind of silly for the, you know, you would think that there'd be exceptions for, I mean, I don't know. Rules are in place for a reason, and they didn't have approval for her to use it, and she used it anyway. Like, you would think, like, no one really got hurt or anything. You would think they'd just, like, let it slide and be like, hey, you can't do that again, kind of thing. But no, she got put on probation for it, but whatever. It's, you know, it's the rule, I guess. But, so she just kind of went off and went to her dad's because she didn't know where else to go. Like, and that's one of the really sad things is normally she would go back to Miku, right? Like, in a situation like that, when things get rough and all that, she'd go back home to Miku, and Miku would be there to comfort her, but she didn't have her this time, so she was probably feeling lost. Now, why she went to the dad and not the mom. Like, obviously the dad has been a little more prevalent in the story. Like, we've seen his character more. Like, we've had like a couple voice lines at most from the mom, I feel like. So I mean, you'd think that her connection with her mom would be better than her dad, based off, you know, her mom has been there for her this whole time, whereas her dad left her. But whatever. For some reason, she decided to go to her dad. Um, and you know, sometimes people, like I said, like he was making a big deal out of not being able to help, but sometimes people just need someone to listen to them, right? Like, I mean, it's often that my mom comes and talks to me about things that are bothering her, and there's nothing I can really do to fix the problems, right? But I'm there to listen to her vent about her frustrations, because there's not too many people that she has that she can vent her frustrations to. So I'll sit there and I'll listen, and you know, and sometimes all I can really do is just be like, yeah, that sucks. Like, I wish that didn't happen, you know? Like, there's nothing I can do to fix it, but she was able to talk to someone, and that's enough to make you feel better sometimes. But I was confused at first at the dad's reaction to Hibiki saying she has like a curse on her, and I wasn't sure if there was like, if we were gonna get some like weird deep lore that like, ah, yes, your great grandmother also thought she had a curse on her or something. Like, I didn't know if we were gonna get some like weird crazy shit or something, but I think it was just that the father was like maybe having some kind of realization or something, like with what he said at the end there. Maybe he was like kind of piecing that together in his mind after she mentioned the curse thing. So I don't know, or maybe he went through a similar phase in his life where he felt like he was cursed or something, and he got past it, and he was able to translate that experience to her in the few words that he did. Like, this would have helped me when I went through it, so I'll say it to you, kind of thing. I'm not sure. I don't think it's, like, my initial reaction was like, ooh, is that going to be some big fancy, like, big reveal? But I don't think so. I think it was just him having a revelation that he might be able to help by saying a few of these words, you know? So, but yeah, we've always known that some of these characters are very strong, like Gentro and stuff like that, but the grandfather is very strong. I mean, he overpowered the Symphogear, right? So the only I mean, granted, with the amalgam, I think that she was about to win, right? That's why Genjiro jumped in. And I like that, even though Genjiro held back and he couldn't administer the finishing blow on his dad, and went from like a stabbing with his hand to a fist in that fight. See, I made the joke about the 3-inch punch, because whenever you see people do that, they're like, they do that, or like, maybe it's not 3-inch punch, but either way, like the really close punches, they do that, and I think they do that real quick, right? And so I thought that's kind of, because that's like what he did, right? But no, I think that was him going from a, you know, he was gonna like stab with the fingers, kind of like what the grandfather did to him and everything, Fudo did to him. But either way, regardless of that, what was I going on about? Yeah, I like that Genjiro was trying to protect Tsubasa from having the guilt of murdering her, you know, because that's her actual father, right? Like, I'm not forgetting that wrong. Obviously she called Genjiro's brother, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry guys, but his, called him father because he's the one that raised her, right? But wasn't her, like, he's a blood relative, but I mean, technically that would make him her brother, right? Either way, without talking about family lineage, he's the one that raised her, so she sees him as a father. And then, you know, obviously him jumping in front of the bullet, like, props to that guy, because as I said during the reaction, I really didn't like that guy when he first showed up, because he was a hard ass, he was an asshole, right? And then we learned that he just cared a lot about her, and then he softened up a bit, I think, after that, and then he took a bullet for her. So unfortunately, Tsubasa has had a lot of shitty things happen to her this season. Hopefully she can take his final words to heart, and hopefully she can move on from this, right? Because I mean, she had that girl die right in front of her in the beginning of the season, and then now she had her, dad die in front of her. It's rough, but yeah, the facial expressions on Tsubasa were making me feel pain this episode, right? Just like when the seal broke, just like the look on Tsubasa's face, where it was just like her. They do it. I've seen it in other anime too, where like not just the pupils, but their entire iris, right, just gets like really small, and they just have like a freaked out expression on their face, and it's like, what have I done? You can just like see the confusion through that, and it's like, oh, this poor girl. And then, obviously there's the moment where the father does what he does, and she just starts like crying uncontrollably, and like the animation on her face was just so well done. It was so well animated that, it was so expressive. It wasn't just like a still frame with tears coming out, like, oh man, I felt so bad. But that dad's a hero, man, and friggin' the grandfather just willing to kill, right? Just like doesn't even care that he kills his own son, like doesn't care that he's about to kill technically his granddaughter thing, whatever you want to consider it. And like, so I guess Fudo is against the UN, right? That's the thing, is like, right now, like, the Japanese government is like buckling under the UN, and they're like a part of it, right? But it seems like Fudo's like begrudgingly a part of it, and now he wants to like sever that tie, and he wants to have like his own power that can rival the UN, so that way they can be separate from it and be their own entity. Is that kind of what it is? Because like even the government turned against him. So like he was trying to protect the country, but he didn't give a shit about the UN or anything like that, right? Because like obviously he did all this for, what he thought was right for the country. And I mean, there have been a lot of skirmishes, like with a lot of issues with the UN and all that, with like the pushing of power and all that that's been behind the scenes in the show this whole time. So I'm not saying I agree with his choices at all, but I definitely don't. But I guess I can kind of see where he just wants to like get away from it and have the power to just fully govern themselves, I suppose, is what his ambition was. But the fact that he'd go so far, and he's so obsessed with like this bloodline and lineage, and really it's not about how good his lineage is, it's just whether his progeny is going to listen to him, right? Like he just wants his whole family to just listen and obey him, whatever his choices are. It's like, and if not, you're a failure. So we might have lost. Now, I don't know what happened to Elsa and Milark, but Vanessa could still be alive. Like I said, it seemed like it looked like what happened when she got cut in half. And as we know, she's like fully robotic, like at least up to her neck, right? I'm assuming her head's like normal. We haven't seen anything like come out of her head, right? For like missiles and stuff. But either way, like, she might be okay, but all we saw was Elsa got pierced by that like purple beam, and then like it like shook or like just swiped to the side or something, and we just saw blood in both of them collapse. Like, I don't know if they exploded. I don't know if they like fell over. I don't know if they got some blood, could they heal from it? I have no idea. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But it's possible we just lost both of those characters. If anything, Elsa at the very least. But yeah, I wonder if in the final moment will Vanessa like turn and do something good, or is it just gonna be that they're evil to them? Because they were still going with like like, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were still going with the grandfather's plan, right? At the end there, they were still, like, trying to do, like, the stabilizing stuff on Shemha and everything. Like, they weren't trying to, like, do anything deceitful to Fudo in that last moment when Shemha fucked him up, right? I don't think so. I think they were just following orders. But man, the fact that they like are still following orders as if they're gonna actually get their wishes honored and get their bodies back from this man, like, props to them for their naivete. Anyway, crazy episode, guys. I mean, we have 4 more, and then I don't know if season 5 has OVAs. It might. But if so, I'll watch those as well. And then I guess we'll be moving on to the next show, and we'll pick up Symphogear again, when or if it gets new content. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. Link is in the description below. Should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.